When it comes to Luke and Lorelai, it's no surprise that there's so many opinions. Like some people believe he and Lorelai were meant to be together from episode 1, season 1. Some people think that Luke is too grumpy, not similar to Lorelai in any way, and they had no business being together. Today I want to talk about Luke and Lorelai and why being together made a lot of sense to me. Hi, my name is Susan. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, how is it going? The first reason I believe that they worked is the simple cliche or the simple fact that sometimes opposites attract, right? Lorelai was into pop culture. Luke couldn't care less about music, movies, and trends. And the contrast kind of brought a balance to their relationship because Lorelai thrived on being spontaneous. Luke was predictable, and that was fine as long as they understood each other for the most part. Okay. The next thing is Luke was loyal. There was no doubt about Luke's loyalty to Lorelai, even when they were just friends. He supported her at the inn. He was always helping her to fix the back door at their home because he was worried about burglars. Even though I'm sure there are hardly any burglars in Stars Hollow. Like, he was always looking out for Rory. He literally fought with anyone that messed with her. He helped take care of Lorelai's dog even though he wasn't a pet person. I mean, even if he did not initially open his mouth to declare his love for Lorelai, his actions more than 100% proved that he did. I think that their strengths complemented each other, right? Everyone knows Lorelai was outgoing and extroverted, but Luke was like more structured, it was practical. And I wouldn't deny, okay, that sometimes an extrovert's energy can be too much for an introvert. How would I know, right? Like, well, if you can't tell by now, I'm an introvert. That said, I think that Lorelai brought a sense of adventure and lightheartedness into Luke's very serious space. It definitely helps the quality of his life. Luke's ability to be more realistic and strategic would help Lorelai in the long run, especially, in life in general, as a business owner with perspective. And I'm not saying like just when it comes to business, in life in general, I think having Luke's lens to be able to see things from a more realistic and more structured perspective is a good balance for her spontaneous self. Finally, I wouldn't say that she necessarily liked all the other guys less than Luke. I think it was just time and different factors. Like, for example, with Max, she liked him, but him being Rory's teacher did not exactly help at that time. And I think in general, she just wasn't ready to be married, right, at the time she met Max. So that's why it didn't work. With Chris, do we even need to point this out, right? It is obvious to anyone that was watching the show that they absolutely had chemistry, but the timing was never right. Whenever they tried, it felt forced. Every time they were together, it seemed like all their incompatibilities came to the surface and they could see more reasons why they really were not together. But with Luke, I think there was mutual respect, there was trust, their differences complemented each other. They both loved Star Solo, they both laughed at people and had inside jokes with each other. They grew emotionally and they were ready to invest in one another.
Don't be embarrassed, Snuffy. I'm just teasing.
Mary, could you possibly leave me and little Mrs. alone?
I promise we won't do anything dirty.
Oh, please, if my husband and I looked anything like the two of you, we'd never get dressed.
Oh, you are bad.
Luke being grumpy was just like Luke's personality. It did not necessarily have anything to do with his character or speak to his character. All the things that Luke did in the show, spoke to Luke's character. Luke was quite grounded. He was quite responsible, right? We could see him be responsible for Jess. We could see him show up for Rory. We could see him accommodate a lot of Lorelai's excesses and still be there for her every time, still respectful of her feelings. Yeah, and I think that's why they worked. Okay, let me know what you guys think about Lorelai and Luke in the comments. Feel free to share what you thought about their relationship. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please don't forget. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.